Was Sherman a demon? Short answer, no. I can literally end the video right here, but I don't want to because the name of the YouTube channel is Andrew's Blah Blah, so I have to fulfill that promise with giving you the long answer. Now, William Tecumseh Sherman was a general during the American Civil War, best known for his march on Atlanta and to the sea, and also, Hail Columbia, happy land. If you don't burn, you'll all be damned. So yes, he is known for a lot of things. But many people say that he committed many war crimes. Yes, he did, have his soldiers kill a lot of civilians, destroy livelihoods. But was he really a real war criminal? Well, let's find out. Now, William Tecumseh Sherman, as I have already mentioned, was a general in the Union Army. He was best friends with Major General Ulysses S. Grant, who you probably know as future President of the United States of America. Now, he's known for his march on Atlanta, and during his march on Atlanta, he is known for having his soldiers do many bad things. In Cobb County, he sent his soldiers on pillaging runs, where they destroyed livelihoods and, of course, got a lot of food that they did not deserve, because they kind of burned the entire place down. William Tecumseh Sherman is known for many strange things that he ever said. For example, he once said, and I quote, "War is hell." He also said, to know what war is, one must see what we leave behind. He was, of course, referring to Cobb Country. So yes, he did know about the amount of damage he was. But this wasn't the worst. When he made it to Atlanta was the worst. He was like, what should I do with this city? Oh, I know, let's burn it to the ground. So yes, Atlanta was burnt straight down and leveled to the ground. Awesome. But then he created his march to the sea, where he, marched to the sea. Pretty obvious, right guys? But now what happened was that as he walked around, he told his soldiers to target military buildings and set the military buildings on fire. Sadly, the fires sometimes made it to civilian houses, so oopsies. But that wasn't the worst thing that he did. In fact, in the minds of many people, that wasn't the worst thing. At Columbia, the place where his soldiers sang, "Hail Columbia, happy land, if we don't burn, you'll all be damned." So yes, Columbia, he damned the entire place and also burned it. So what he did was his soldiers marched in. The mayor sent all the men out, all the women and children and men out. Well, all the people who he could find, all the important people. The remaining people had to see as William Tecumseh Sherman came and kind of was like, okay, do not burn it to the ground, everyone. But the mayor forgot something. The mayor loved alcohol. His entire house was made of alcohol, okay? He left all the alcohol behind. The soldiers went up to the alcohol and was like, and then they all got drunk. Now, as his soldiers were drunk, he could not control his soldiers. Even his generals were drunk, actually. So, you probably know what was going to go on. Yeah, the entire place burned to the ground. And they did it while singing, "Hail Columbia, happy land, if we don't burn, you'll all be damned." Yes, a very dark song. Now, as he did all of that, he marched through the town on his horse, where he met a little priest. And the priest said, maybe burning down an entire town full of women and children isn't the best idea, right? And this is what William Tecumseh Sherman said, and I quote, Your governor is responsible for this. Who would have heard of retreating a city while leaving stunks of alcohol? Now I got all my men drunk and beyond my control. Therefore, your governor is responsible. Awesome. But now, although this was all successful, let me tell you something. He did do many bad things. For example, the thing I am holding in my hand is exactly what he said. On the 22nd of July, during the Battle of Kennesaw Mountain, where I am right now. He sent Special Field Orders 28. It basically said to march towards the center. Now, this became the Battle of Pigeon Hill, which failed miserably. So, I'm going to answer the question now. Was Sherman a demon? Okay. I'm sorry, all those Southern sympathizers out there, but no. All the things that Sherman did were completely justified. When he burned down all the farms and livelihoods during the March to the Sea and Columbia, well, that was justified. The farms that he burned down were feeding Lee's army. So he was contributing to the war in the East as he burned down all of that. And he actually, because of this, the war didn't last too long. So no. Lee was not a good guy, and Sherman was a very good guy. But still, you can't forget that he did a lot of bad stuff. Heck a lot of bad stuff. But I just mentioned Lee. Now, some of you would be saying Lee was a great military general. But was he? Join me next time where I cover General Lee, the Confederate Robert E. Lee general, and I'm going to see if he is a good general or not. But I'll see you then!